And you know, people will say, well, John, don't you understand that the Ukrainians are free to choose their own foreign policy? You often hear this argument. We were talking about this yesterday. The Ukrainians are free to choose their own foreign policy. They're a sovereign state. This is not a decision the Russians can make for them. My view is that's a very dangerous way of thinking about international politics. Ukraine is not a sovereign state when it comes to this issue. The Russians are not going to tolerate them forming an alliance with NATO. Right? And if Ukraine behaves like it is a sovereign state, right, it's going to get itself into a whale of a lot of trouble. This is what happened to Castro. Do you think the United States believed during the Cold War, and even after the Cold War, that Cuba had the right, as a sovereign state, to form an alliance with any state that it chose to? We didn't think that for 1 second. We did not think that for 1 second. And we went to great lengths to kill Castro and to strangle Cuba, because Castro thought that he, like the Ukrainians thought, had the right to form an alliance with just any state. When you're dealing with great powers, and this is another lecture, great powers are ruthless. The United States is one of the most ruthless great powers in modern history. You cannot underestimate how ruthless the United States is. This is all covered up in the textbooks and the classes that we take growing up, right? Because this is all part of nationalism. Nationalism is all about creating myths about how wonderful your country is, right? It's America, right or wrong. We never do anything wrong, right? If you really look carefully at how the United States has operated over time, it's really amazing how ruthless we have been. And the British, the same is true of them as well. But we cover it up. So I'm just saying, if you're Ukraine and you're living next to a powerful state like Russia, or you're Cuba and you're living next to a very powerful state like the United States, you should be very, very careful, because this is like sleeping in bed with an elephant. If that elephant rolls over on top of you, you're dead, right? So you got to be very careful. Am I happy about the fact that this is the way the world works? No, I'm not. But it is the way the world works, for better or for worse.